Crazy Horse 1-8. We'll call free change by Charlie Mike Bravo.
Oh, sorry. My name is Edward Snowden. I go by Ed.
This is Crazy Horse 1-8. Have individual.
When I was in Brazil the last time, it was like the height of Lula. He had this movement for like a free internet, and he was doing a lot of things that people were really happy about, like worked against copyright. There was this Creative Commons agreement to spread information more and to make everything free. I remember Brazil stopped this Microsoft deal. Microsoft wanted to give their software to everyone, and Brazil said, no, we don't want it. We want free software that is not copyrighted. We don't want to train our kids in your software. We don't want these monopolies. Gilberto Gil has had this like discussion like, do we need copyright? Internet was kind of a freedom thing, and it was like a big, very progressive movement. So I'm seeing it. You had a really awesome position in the world where you did a lot of good, and you have really progressive. And this is not just Brazil, but most countries are becoming more and more the same. They're becoming more similar to each other. So the problems that we're facing in Europe are probably, when it comes to internet stuff, similar to the things in Brazil. So a lot of the bad things we're doing in Europe and what's happening in the US, you're mimicking in Brazil. And previously you did your own stuff. This happens, it's not just Brazil, but I was very impressed last time by Brazil. I'm still impressed, but like things like this does not happen that often in Europe, and it's more about when we talk about technology. In Brazil, people are more interested in what it can do for the community, but in Europe, it's like how can we do business on this? So there are certain things that are great, but then you had a better momentum before in Brazil. It was more progressive. The most important skill right now is to be kind of critical. Like you need to be able to think and criticize things. You should be able to say like this is not correct. Like teach kids to don't be naive, because what's happening is that, and this has always been going on, there's like a propaganda war, and someone is controlling the media, whatever, if it's internet or if it's TV or normal press. There's someone that is biased in whatever they publish. So I think that like evaluate the information you get after who's sending it to you, and because we're kind of naive, and we should teach kids to not be that naive. So I think that's the first thing, like evaluating information, and then, sorry to say, but like the certain level of minimum technology skills are needed, because we are moving towards a society that has new classes. So previously we had like the underclass, and it's all about finance and economy and so on, where you're born and so on. But now we're adding on top of that, we're adding a technological class. So the people who understand technology and can protect themselves against the bad things that technology bring, and the people who can't. And they are going to be the new underclass.